And welcome back, guys, to another video of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Okay, so we are doing the quest. If you're following the series, we are doing the King's Gambit main quest. Okay, now we can talk to Majordomo, whatever.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with your other stuff. You won't be needing it anyway. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what you have to do?
Okay.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Alrighty. Let's try not to screw this up. Get the map back. What?
Our current Waffen
There are the pictures of wine.
and on top of that,
Wait a minute. What the fuck was that mission over there? Gutenberg counselors. Okay. Oh, this shit is gonna take. It's gonna go for 20 minutes. Damn. Oh my god. If I so let's see. During these 20 minutes, you must serve the guests wine and fulfill their other requests. If you don't do this, then after 8 minutes, you get a game over screen. God damn. The saving is disabled during this. If you ignore people's requests too often, Henry will say you must do better or risk blowing your cover. That's how you know you're close to the game over screen. After enough time passed, the cutscene will start. Okay, there's a few things to keep in mind. Don't serve wine to Adam of Zarzitz. He causes issues when drunk. If he requests wine, reply with I'm forbidden. To everyone else, you must serve wine on request. They will ask for red or white wine. The wine pitchers are in the corner where you want to spawn. Okay. Let's try it. This is the first time I'm doing this.
from it. Should the town reserve have
Take the red, take the white.
in the domain?
A full cup of monastery wine.
Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who
apologize, sir.
freed Hinnick, the
Which
dry
one?
devil,
Red.
used that thing.
Am I speaking in Latin?
That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them.
The hell, man?
God.
Come
It is
now,
eine
waiter.
Schande
I wanted
when
red.
outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
What the hell, man?
Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldridge?
Excuse me.
You smell a deal?
What I smell is
okay.
that your stubborn heads do not realize
Thank you, waiter.
what Schwierigkeiten this is. The dry devil is running free.
Let me see. So
There
the
are
person,
hunters
Adam of
everywhere in
Zarzitz.
the region. We have
There we
the
go.
army bearing
This
down
guy is the one that he cannot be,
with a few
cannot drink wine.
I wasn't paying attention.
fight? Exactly. The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up!
Waiter,
The
get me
king can
white.
arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the
I'm forbidden.
silver heap in the kingdom,
allowed.
and
This
we're
is
supposed
unbelievable.
to defend it with brooms.
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies.
Hey, waiter, pour me
Nicht
some
wahr?
monastery
We
wine.
are more than familiar with the jämmerlich
I
state
apologize,
of
sir.
our armory.
Which wine?
The king is
Monastery
surely
red.
aware of it as well. Maybe
Ah,
if
red.
he waived some of the taxes,
The king fears that this town will rise against him.
Good, sir.
He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
Well, so you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same?
Waiter, get me white.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not
sorry, sir.
what it should be.
Orders from above.
Current baths
This is
in the city
unbelievable.
fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
Come here.
You're right.
More wine, Master Bailiff.
I have enough wine. I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
And what else would you want?
If the town itself took charge of the baths,
Certainly, sir.
profits would be much bigger.
I'll be right back.
Come back with it straight away, understood?
Too.
What? More baths?
Okay, go up the small stairs.
The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If
Nice.
someone needs to wash,
Whose
there's a
silver
river
might
just
this
a
be?
few steps from the city walls.
So, did you find it?
Teachers there for free as well.
I did, Master Bailiff.
Man can shave and
Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
forgotten the Black Death. A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how...
He's gonna go for 20 minutes. But yeah, it's a fun and different quest.
I got word that Rutard
Which is
has
nice.
pulled off another deed.
Not like many other games that you have to do
never accept that the city isn't run his way.
every side quest the same.
Honors us with his visit, and as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure.
Haven't we
what
met
you're
before?
playing.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
I don't think so, sir. I'm sure I
Just a
remember.
small misunderstanding.
Could I be
We've
mixing
sorted
you
it
up
out
with
and
someone else?
everything's settled.
Well, no
My
matter.
ears must
Back
be
to work with
deceiving
you.
me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but
Okay,
in this
and
case
a full
it
cup.
really was nothing.
Everyone in the city
apologise,
gossiped
sir.
about it.
Which wine?
I heard there were several dead.
Why did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself
sir.
while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we
Thank you,
don't do
waiter.
something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first.
Hey, waiter,
Knows what
pour
he
me
wants
some
to tell
Takata.
us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in
apologise,
dwelling
sir.
on it. Let's
Which
move
one?
on.
I'm sorry,
colorblind?
Andreas, but I wouldn't
Why-
brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Sir?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said
Well,
anything
thank
like
the
that,
Lord.
did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened?
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Ruthard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific,
Waiter,
Suker.
get me white.
Are you blaming one of us?
All right.
And look who spoke.
White we go.
First of all, it wasn't a duel. It was supposed to be an honorable combat. And I didn't even take part in it.
Don't hang
And
around
that's
me.
the only
Vanish,
reason
you
you're
hear me?
still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Nice view from here.
Excuse me.
I'll have you hauled out of here.
Never mind.
Really?
I suspect
I think
the
I might have
gentleman from
something
the
to say
city
on the way
sword
out.
fighting school
Get
brought
out of
this
here,
custom
I
to
beg
us.
you.
It's
Just
now
vanish.
run by the German Menhard.
Hey!
Who knows
Waiter.
who that fellow is?
Don't be ridiculous.
Refill, sir.
Do you think I come to the council
You
just
act
to
like
guzzle
you've
wine?
never been in a
Come
fight
here.
yourself. And to accuse a swordsman.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
There are more pressing matters to deal with.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you. Get on with it.
If they have one more reason.
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at
That
the
was
Emperor
easy enough.
Charles,
And he wanted me
no
to
one
count
is
the
left
winged
unscathed.
figures.
And you, a councillor, let people...
Okay, this
throw
doesn't matter
dirt on
because
our
it
work.
doesn't know how many
I
there
throw
are,
out
so...
Everyone who complains of...
So, let's see what you've got for me.
Ah, to hell with it.
I found your gloves, sir.
Get anywhere.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct. Good. Here you are, so you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
There's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses.
You there,
Just
lad.
a village with a monastery.
A cup of bread.
And they are going to
And
mock a
don't
oil mining
you
city.
skimp on
Why
me.
can't we build faster?
Let's go with red.
Craftsmen start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on?
Sir?
Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
You, lad.
Besides,
You look
I
familiar
get the
to
feeling
me.
there's something other
Have we
than the
met?
welfare of the city behind your
naturally.
complaints.
I go to your tavern almost every day.
Really?
What would that be?
Then you must
Like,
have
for
decent
instance,
wages to be able to
you'd
visit
like
the
to
best
have
tavern in
a
town
altar
regularly.
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha!
Tokai.
I think
And a
not.
full cup.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy
apologize,
yourself an
sir.
altar in the cathedral.
Tokai,
Just like you bought
white.
yourself a seat in
Are
this
you
council.
deaf?
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services
Alright, let's go with
our
white.
guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well,
Sir?
I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all
It's
they
you?
have, they would be
I see
defeated
you've
by
come
that
up in the
bunch of
world.
ne'er-do-wells
From a
from
bathhouse
the
boy to a
Outbreak.
waiter.
What?
You'll go a long way.
Those wrestlers of
Might
theirs,
make
of
councillor
course.
one day.
People from the whole town go to watch
You're a
them war.
merry soul, lad. I like that.
Seems to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Boy, I'd like some white.
Alright, let's go with white again. I guess this is easier than I thought.
Sir?
Thank you, waiter.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's going to tackle Rootard.
Alright, I think it's King Sigismund. You know something funny? There is a secret ending. That if you kill King Sigismund, you'll get a secret ending. He's there. Oh my god. He's there, he's so funny. So manly. My beautiful curly red hair. I'm a ginger. Nothing against gingers, obviously, but what is more fun about this his hair is the curly hair. the way.
Nothing to fear.
Look at that, man. So amazing.
And like this man of fights!
Okay, now we're going to play as Father Godwin in Raborsh.
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
Okay, now that we are talking with Capon, we have to exhaust all the quests in dialogues.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
Alright, let's go for the first one. Do you know any of the guests?
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
Who's that Frenchman?
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Alright. What's it like to be free?
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
And then after that, what are you going to do now?
You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Alright, let's talk to meet Brabant, which is standing near the window on the northeast corner. Northeast. Ah, there we go. Get the fuck out.
Explain to him.
Aha. Vanclan Brabant.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry.
We should exhaust all dialogues with him.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I...
Anyway, go get your popcorns, because I guess this episode is gonna be all dialogue.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Alright, we meet Brabant.
Well, I brought...
Now let's meet the other one. Samuel.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here, and yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Hey, where's that beer?
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
All right. Okay, so we have to get support of 3 nobles. The first one, Botchek. Second, Hammond Alder. And Anna of Wallstein. So let's go for Hammond Alder. Hammond Alder is found in the next room in the left corner after entering.
I'll tell you, nobody
Let's see. There you go.
Not even. I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest. I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Yeah, this guy that is talking to Alduin is his father. And the other guy is Alduin's brother. Not the guy that we are trying to talk. So there's three guys here. His father, his brother, and the guy that we are supposed to talk and to join us.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopry to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Alder.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
So, whatever you say here, whatever you choose, he's gonna fight you anyway, so... Okay, yeah.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer?
Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but I accept. This isn't how I imagined my first meeting with my brother.
Okay, so this guy is his brother, not the other guy.
For us, we'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Not bad for a priest.
Stand firm! Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse!
Sneaky.
Look in my eyes, not at my sword!
No, you don't. Never saw that coming.
Si usted ponieres non vanno zest.
You're fast.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
Not bad for a priest. Did they teach you that in the seminary? That was sneaky. Not bad for a priest.
All right.
Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist.
He's fighting well.
Not bad for a priest. That was sneaky.
Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through. What's wrong with your legs?
That will do.
God be with you, my friend.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults.
We're gonna exhaust all dialogues. He'll automatically agree to help you, regardless of what dialogues you pick or whatever you won or lost the duel. There's no way to mess anything up here. Awesome.
I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder?
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
It was fun. At least we got some fight. We get some points, right? Oh, we level up, but yeah, didn't get any point. Oh. Okay. So now we gotta go to the tavern because we have to get support from Bocek of Kunstad.
And that's exactly
And we're gonna be. There we go.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
Exhaust all dialogues.
Hardly puts his cup to his lips, and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear.
He wants to marry his daughter to a powerful house. Recommends Sir Hans Capon. He will accept this.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Are we not on the same side?
We are, but an alliance is of no use if it doesn't also guarantee safety.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Okay. Gonna tell to Anush, which is on the courtyard.
A nightingale surrounded
Anush of Lipa, yeah. There you go. Doesn't matter what you say, he always agrees with the marriage.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstad and Podjebrad.
Kunstad? My Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you! And to your parleying skills!
Alright. Now we have to talk to Bostek again. And tell him about the marriage.
Zabocek, your niece Yivka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yivka and the unhappy Lord Cape.
Here's to a good bargain.
And happy Lord Capon. Oh yeah, I have a feeling that he's not gonna enjoy that.
I don't want to be alone.
Okay, so we have to get the support from Anna of Wallstein. Upstairs, next to Samuel. Alright, let's go upstairs. Samuel. Okay, let's see where Samuel is. Nope. Wasn't Samuel... Ah, there you are. Ah, there she is.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources.
In here you can say whatever you want anyway, but he will ask you for your help. So after that we have to go swap some documents.
Say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is...
Yeah, isn't it about time that
two of us, it isn't
the
hard to
devs of
figure
the
out what
game
Liechtenstein is after.
should like fix that whitening around the eyes and the mouth? What the fuck, man?
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
You manage large estates. In return for your generosity, we offer you protection.
I've managed quite well up to now, taking care of my own resources. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, What do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Aldo will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
Okay. So this is gonna be very easy. The stables are over there. Behind the stables, which is gonna be that room over there. At least one of those.
What are you skulking around for?
Let's see, I think they are here. No, I don't think they're here. Huh? The hell? Oh, I think it's that room over there. There's nothing here, right? Okay.
What brings you here? Greetings. What do you need?
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get thirsty.
Not really. What of it?
I left something behind in the shed and now I need it. So, would you let me in?
Is that so? And what are you after then?
Wine. For Alderman Alder.
Wine? Like there's not rivers of the stuff all around here. Stop drinking and don't bother me. And if I see you creeping around this shed, you'll answer to me.
Okay.
Don't you want to leave already?
Where are the fucking papers? Ah, which papers?
What brings you here?
Done. Let's just go up there, talk to her, and that's it. We got an ally.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
And there we go. We got everything. Now we have to talk to John or Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein. Yeah, whatever. But the thing is, since it's about time for me to wrap up,
At other times,
and after we talk to him, there's going to be some conversation, some dialogue between both of them, and then the game will switch back to Henry at the Kuttenberg City Council, and we'll have to continue to serve red wine, white wine, and whatever. So, and when we're playing with Henry, cannot save the game. And yeah, it's about time for me to wrap up, so we'll have to continue the rest of the quest on the next episode and then see what else we have for the next. So for now, I'm gonna wrap it up. Hope you have enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave that juicy like, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a comment on the video as well.
At other times,
or
I would celebrate you, Margrave.
for some engagement, you know.
But if I were you,
And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.
sometimes all you need